Dearest Mom and Dad, I don't know exactly what to say or how to tell you that I am a prisoner of war. I want you to know that I pray often for you folks at home and also for all us fellows here in the prisoner of war camp. I know that with God's kind care and protection, I will come home to you. I'll close for now, hoping that this letter will reach you and you will know that I am safe. Your loving son, Arden. February 11th, 1951, Sunday, 10 a.m.
I'm Arden Rowley, and I graduated from Mesa High School in 1948. Into the summer, I enlisted in the United States Regular Army. The Korean War started just about a month after I got to Fort Lewis. The 2nd Division was shipped off to Korea on the 17th of July, 1950. My company almost immediately was put into the lines in combat.
Yeah, my grandpa was he was a hero to a lot of people. He's the most patriotic person I know, and he instilled that in us because of what he had been through, and it's exciting that he's got this chance to go to Korea and especially take Caden, his great-grandson, with him, and I think it'll be an awesome adventure for both of them.
I really don't know a lot about South Korea, to be honest, but I'm pretty excited for him now, and I think it's important that they kind of see the world through a different lens.
You know, a little nervous, never been overseas like that before, but of course it'll be fun going with my grandpa and learning more about the Korean War, because I really don't know a whole lot about it, so I think that'll be a really good experience. It'll be a lot of fun.
Family's really important, definitely. Grandpa loves to be a part of everything, loves to join us, and he'll be at anywhere we invite him to come, so we're grateful for that.
So after I graduate high school, I'm going to I'll serve a mission for my church. That's 2 years long. And then after that, I'm thinking to some field of engineering is what I'll be studying, but I'm not exactly sure which field yet.
Greater love hath no man than this, that a man laid down his life for his friends. I built this Korean War Veterans Memorial in 1997, and so I got the flagpole and I had the monument carved and put it in place. Veterans Day 1997. My dear wife, Ruth, she started me on this Uncle Sam collection 35 or so years ago. I call this my war room. It not only represents my military service, but it represents my relationship with Korea. It's my life. An adventure that's almost hard to describe. Remember the bazooka team that I told about at my home? I told the story of the Battle of Yongsan. Robert E. Myers, he was the ammunition bearer. They knocked out 3 T-34 tanks on the 1st of September. And he became a POW with me and died in February of 1951 in the POW camp, starvation disease. Well, Robert, this is for you. Put it right below your name here.
I noticed some people staring at us as we were walking around, and I originally thought that it was just because we were foreigners. But then this one lady I noticed was looking at my grandpa's hat and came up and gave him a big hug and shook his hand and wanted to take a picture.
When you see somebody that seems so grateful that they'll grab your hand and almost kiss your hand, it's just a feeling of gratitude that you played such an important role for people to be that grateful.
You leave your grandfather behind.
Oh, mercy.
I often think of the 36,000 men who servicemen who gave their lives during the Korean War, and I wonder how they would feel about the sacrifice they made. But you know, I'm certain in my heart that if all of them, whether they died in combat or whether they died in POW camps, that they would all say, yes, indeed, the sacrifice was worth it, if they knew what Korea is like today from the rubble of war so many years ago. Thank you.
There's very few veterans of the war around anymore, and when they're gone, no one will be left to tell their stories. But I'm glad he has this group of guys that he shares this bond with.
When I visit Korea, many people thank you for your service, and I want them to know, anybody to know, that it was a great honor to be part of the saving of the Republic of Korea from communism so many years ago, fighting for freedom's cause.
After seeing what Korea is today, it really makes me wonder what would have happened if heroes like my grandpa didn't help them out during the Korean War. South Korea has grown so much since the war. They've had over 200 years of economic growth within the last 60 years of development. The United States and Korea will always share a special bond together because of the sacrifices that they made.
The day I arrived back in Mesa, Arizona from Korea, I was put on the back of a convertible and horns honking and police sirens blaring, passing down Main Street. As we passed everybody's drugstore, that moment was the beginning of Ruth's and my relationship, because she was working at a drugstore that day and saw that cavalcade of cars. You know what? I consider this POW experience absolutely the best blessing that I ever had. The tour of duty in Korea was a year. Well, I stayed 2 years past that. If I had come home at the end of my tour of duty,
You wouldn't have met your wife. You wouldn't have had your wife.
I would not have married Ruth, that sweet Ruth Martin. The moment that I was introduced to her, that became another very defining moment, because that moment became the beginning of a 57-year relationship. I certainly know that this experience with my great-grandson has been another defining moment in my life, because I'm probably not going to be here much longer, and to be able to have him here, and so his understanding of not only my experience, but the Korean War itself and the Korean people, and what they've been able to do from the rubble of war to this moment. I'm certain that he will make sure not just his immediate family, but the rest of my family, which is a pretty large family, will know about his experiences here with his grandpa, and it's a very positive thing for both of us. Here's a 17-year-old kid, and this kind of adventure is unique. Doesn't happen to very many people, but this is something that he will really treasure, I think, the rest of his life.